Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. club. It's Easter Saturday here, and I'm at Zenith Beach with my granddaughter, and we've come to watch the magnificent sunrise, the magnificent East Coast sunrise. You can see the glow there in the background. And whilst we're watching the sunrise with all these beautiful people, what we're going to do is we're going to do a 5 a.m. club. Let me come up here close to my granddaughter. She's wanting a bit of attention. Sit on the log over here. Let's sit on the log. Sit on the log here. Okay, so today's 5 a.m. club is based on a book entitled Problem Solving 101 by Ken Watanabe. And Ken talks about the importance of being able to solve the many problems that we have in our lives, because that's our calling. Life is all about problems and problem solving. And be thankful. Be thankful to have problems, be thankful to have challenges, because problems are a sign of life. So the first key point that comes out of this book is that the author says that we need to do what is right because it is right. So there's nothing more profound and special than that sort of message. But what this book does is that it gives us a 4-step process in terms of managing problems and overcoming life's challenges. And it shows that a methodical approach is the best way of addressing these sorts of challenges and issues. Oh, lovely. What's that?
Seashell.
Is it? What sort of shell is it? Show me. What sort of shell is it? It's a beauty. Anyway, go find some more seashells, and Papuli will do his 5 a.m. club. And look out the back there, because the sun's coming up. Look out the back. It'll pop up soon. Over there, over this way, Annabelle. This way. The sun is happening over there. The sunshine, the sunrise. So having a methodical approach to how you deal with problems, beautiful. Can make a big difference in terms of how successful you are, in terms of dealing with the many challenges that we face in our lives. Because one thing for sure and for certain, we're all going to have obstacles, and we're all going to need some sort of process and methodology to get around them. So the first step, good girl, put them over here. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to properly track any problem, and the way to track it and to sort it out is we need to break it down. So whatever problems, good girl love, put it down here. So any problems that we have in our lives, we need to break it down into its components and its small pieces. So the first step is to break it down into its core, good girl love, into its core elements. And once you have the components and categories, then the next step is to decide what you're going to do with each of those components. Because according to the author, what we do with each of the components will have a big impact on how we deal with the problem. So the first step is to break the problem down into its small components, because once you break it down, it's easier to manage, it's easier to understand, it's easier to deal with, I guess, is the key message. So the point number 2 is that we need to be able to assess the root problems. So once you've got a problem and you've broken it down, the next thing we need to do is to assess the root problems. So what has caused it, and identify the solutions by gathering data and reflecting. So trying to figure out what caused the issue is the second thing. So the first thing is identifying you've got a problem. The second thing is breaking it down into its component bits. The third thing is basically gathering information and data and then working out what caused it, and to look at the root causes, because the root causes will need data and information in order for you to figure out an answer. So the author then goes on to say that when you're trying to find a solution, what we need to do is to formulate multiple hypotheses. And a hypothesis is a possible cause where you try and put yourself in a position and try and figure out what has caused the issue. And then once you've got your multiple hypotheses, then you need to test them one by one to see if they hold up and they're actually true root causes. So a hypothesis, which is a Greek word, is a current accepted statement that could be proven wrong later on. So there's nothing much to worry about if you're not right, but the important thing is that you've drawn a line in the sand and you've tried to figure out what's going on. So create multiple hypotheses in terms of what the problem is and what's caused it, and that's probably an important thing to help you solve the problems that you face. Because the author's saying here is that this approach will keep you honest and flexible to change. Because we need to solve our problems, I guess, is the key question or the key point from this book, and not to let them ride and go on and on and on, because problems just linger on. The way the human brain works, beautiful, that's beautiful. Watch out for the water. The important thing to understand is that the human brain is designed to solve problems because we as humans are teleological in nature. And once a problem enters the mind, enters the brain, unless it's sorted out, unless it's solved, it will linger and linger and linger there for a long, long time. And if you haven't solved it, then you're always going to have something clicking over in your mind and troubling you. So the goal is to either solve it or just eliminate it from your mind altogether, because it's mind clutter that'll keep you challenged for many, many days. And when solving problems, it's important to flip-flop and to change your angle of attack, and to try different options until you get it sorted and get on the path that you need to be on to get the outcomes that you desire. And the key message from this book is that when you don't know what to do, it's important just to step back and analyze, spend some time thinking about what you could possibly do, what the possible answer could be. All right, we'll build a sandcastle. We'll just go over here. Let's get started. When you're analysing, we just need to keep on digging, get more data, and reflect on the new information as it becomes available to each and every one of us, and to change our course, and to then identify the next step and the next course of action. So thank you very much for joining me on this Easter Easter Saturday, Jim's 5 a.m. club. I've had the pleasure of coming down here with my granddaughter Annabelle. She got up at 5 o'clock this morning and I promised her to bring her down the beach so we can witness a sunrise. It's not a spectacular sunrise, unfortunately, but I'll try and get her up again tomorrow, because the most spectacular sunrises from this location are the ones where there's no cloud cover on the horizon, and we get to see the magic of this beautiful part of the world up here at Port Stephens. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my granddaughter on my shoulders and we're going to climb that mountain there. It's Mount Tomaree. It'll probably take about 20 minutes and we'll get to the top and we'll have a chat again when we get to the top. Hopefully if I make it to the top. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me on Jim's 5 a.m. club. I'll finish off with a positive affirmation. We're alive, we're well, and we feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay reasonable, stay relevant, and let's stay curious. And most importantly, the key message from this book is let's try and solve our problems ourselves rather than foisting our challenges and our problems on everybody else, and to learn and to embrace the fact that there is a methodology, there is a way, a proven scientific way of solving problems, and that way is based on the four-tiered, just one second love, the four-tiered methodology of, first of all, identifying that you have a problem, secondly, taking that problem and breaking it down into its component elements, because each problem has elements that you can break down and identify and look at. Look at the sunrise, see the sun's coming out. And one second. And so you break it down, and then once you break it down, then we need to look at the root causes. What caused that problem in the first place? And to look at the root causes and to identify and understand the root causes, what we need to do is we need to gather data, we need to gather information, and we need to form hypotheses saying, well, if this happened and that happened, then what would happen if we didn't do this and we didn't do that, and try and identify the possible causes of the problem. And once you've done that, then all you can do is then try and eliminate those root causes so the problem doesn't come back again. I remember years ago going to an Anthony Robbins seminar, and he said that the big challenges that we face in our lives is that we don't solve the root cause. All we do is solve the symptom of the problems. And it happens with our health, it happens with our relationships, it happens with our work, it happens with many areas of our lives. And the example he said, or he used, was what would happen if you were walking by the side of the river and all of a sudden there was a person floundering in the water. You jump in, you save them, you take him out of the water, then all of a sudden you see two more coming down the river floundering and drowning. So once again, you jump in and you struggle against the current and you get them out. Then you're walking down the river and all of a sudden there are 3, 4, 5 people in the water. So rather than just jumping in and saving the people, sometimes the better option is to work early and to go up the river and look at what the root cause is. And the root cause could be that the bridge has collapsed, or the bridge has shaky or broken planks, and then you can get people to not go onto the bridge and to close the bridge off to ensure that people don't get dumped into the water. Anyway, this sunrise is looking fantastic. Annabelle, Look at the sunrise. How wonderful is it? Check it out. Check it out. How great is that sunrise? Anyway, we're going to get some photos now, and then we're going to climb to the top of Mount Tomaree. So let's organise to get on top of our problems by identifying the root causes and eliminating those root causes, because by eliminating those root causes means that you're going to solve many of your problems. So take care, everybody. I love you all. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and let's make the most of this beautiful day. And I've got my granddaughter here, Annabelle, hugging me tightly, enjoying this magical moment that we're sharing together. Are you going to say anything, Annabelle? Are you going to say hello? You're going to say hello to everybody? Say hello. Come on, say something. Are you going to say hello to Daddy? And your sister? What's your sister's name? Okay then. Well, take care, everybody.
Bye!
Yassas from Jim's 5am Club. And we're going to go to the top of that mountain, aren't we, Annabelle? On my shoulders? You're going to be sitting on my shoulders?
Are we going from it now?
No, we're going to go after we climb the mountain. Anyway, take care, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye!
Take care. Give me a kiss, give me a kiss. Agape mo. Agape mo. Agape mo. Agape mo. How beautiful is this sunrise?
Look, it matches your hat and my teeth and my jumper.
Yes, we're matching today. We're accessorized. Take care.